says he's okay. Well, I've never been better. Things are going my way. I sleep like a baby. I never show up late for work. I don't drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt. Oh, and I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye. Wish I could say I miss you, but you know I never lie. Yeah, I met somebody too. She's a model out in LA, and she's begging me to move. She says Malibu is really great. I ain't decided if I'm going or not, but at the end of the day, I sleep like a baby. I never show up late for work. I don't drink whiskey.
Welcome back, everyone. Boy, it has been a while since we have been up here in the broadcast booth. What up, Ryan Wilson? See you in the chat down there. We are back with the Motd series here at Daytona, starting off their block of the truck series here. Been a long time since we've had a broadcasted race. Man, what's it been? Almost a month, probably 3 weeks, something like that. Hope everyone had a good Christmas and a happy New Year, Hanukkah, all that stuff. Happy holidays. Let's just wrap it up, put it all into kind of one spot there. But yeah, finally back on the track for these guys here in probably a more familiar car, although we're in a truck, for Daytona this time around. This one should... Tommy Rogers Highline Racing Network League has also been kicked off here over the last month or so. That is going fantastic. Happy to see one of our partners, Highline Racing Network, his entire league, all of his content just really going through the roof over there, and that is awesome to see. He is away for a basketball tournament here this evening, so unfortunately we will be without Tommy Rogers here. Qualifying is underway. These guys getting ready to get everything started here. So can't wait to get back to the action for the Motd series. We'll take a look at Daytona. As you saw the virtual parts of Daytona. We're still trying to get over whatever in the world we had like 7 weeks ago. We still have this cough hanging around. But now you see it from the Google Earth. Lake Lloyd there, Daytona International Airport there in the back, just huge super speedway here, Daytona Boulevard, running right through there as well. Massively banked turns, huge grandstands on the front stretch, and these guys are really going to be battling to, put their name as one of the Daytona winners for this season. As you get a drone shot there, leaving the haulers looking down this front straightaway at this awesome mecca of motorsports, and just a little bit of an outside preview for those who have been and who have not been to Daytona. I personally have not, but just an awesome venue. They're all going to be racing for here tonight, though. They all want to end up in the Gatorade Victory Lane, the virtual one that is, here this evening. We'll get back to our pre-race show here. And some more of our statistics and all that good stuff coming up here in just a moment. We try to get a word with a couple of these drivers and see what their thoughts are on, what they're expecting from tonight. They're all in their drivers' meeting right now, so when we see some cars rolling around the racetrack, we'll try to catch up with a couple of drivers and see what their expectations are for this evening. just going through some of our stuff, trying to make sure we're all in the same spot over here. Just making sure. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure we're all working. It's been a while. We gotta figure this thing out, man. It's been a little too long. Want to make sure everything is working. But while we do that, excuse me, let's look at the Motd standings, the overall standings here as we get ready for this next block of the Masters of the Draft. Goulash there, Mr. Drift, still with a pretty decent points advantage over Josh McKinney, Bobby Wetzel right there in the mix, as well as you see Torque Wrench Motorsports just continuing to stretch out their team standings here. Slightly dangerous if they can just get consistent through this block and keep knocking out the wins. They can easily close that gap up and make that interesting. We're about the halfway point of this season here, so going to be interesting to see and keep an eye on all of your favorite drivers as we see some of the breakdowns of the teams that you see out here on the track this evening. I believe a couple drivers may have changed. We'll have to get with Scott Wise and just confirm that we have no more changes as the season has rolled on. And as we do that, let's look at the schedule for the Motd series. As you see here, we are now in our fourth block, starting here this evening with the Truck Series, Daytona, IRSS, Atlanta. Going to be a fun little... That's going to be fun in these trucks. I think Atlanta's going to be an absolute blast. Could be a little bit of chaos as well. And then Talladega, then the Gen 6 series, and then the Gen 4. With that, could be quite a bit of rust to shake off for some of these guys. Come back after the holidays. Not sure how many guys have still been on track during all the holiday breaks, or in packs this size. So to start the race, we could see it really going to depend on the patience of the drivers. I think tonight, I think these guys are a little bit more familiar with the trucks. Does that maybe put some false confidence in their pocket, and the aggressiveness get turned up? Is there going to be rust? It's all going to get very interesting here very soon. Well, while these guys wrap up their drivers meeting, let's go ahead to the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing out, can't prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, we're back at Daytona. Sunset fully in effect. We got some trucks out there on the racetrack as these guys get their last few minutes of warm-up in. Let's see if we can grab some of these drivers. Let's see if we can bring in the driver of the 23 car. Let's see if we can catch him off guard. Did we scare you, Ryan?
Before you said or drug me.
I try to keep you on your toes, man. Well, I know you've been racing over the holiday break, but is that something that you're kind of worried about for some of these guys? Maybe some rust to shake off?
Oh man, I'm worried about myself a little bit, and so I'm kind of glad my qualifying ended up where it was. So maybe I'll get a chance to grab hold of this thing and get back in the swing of things.
There you go. Over under of cautions tonight. How do you think the first, 30 laps are going to play out? Do you think it's going to be some of those guys trying to worry about shaking some rust off? We're also in a car that's more familiar to a lot of guys that we kind of ran, with the exception of kind of the Gen 7 at this point in the season. Do you think maybe that makes the aggressiveness go up? Do you think guys realize, there's a feeling out process? What was said in the driver's meeting? Give us the rundown.
The driver's meeting was pretty nonchalant. Everybody seems pretty relaxed. Overall, I think the first 30 is probably going to go pretty good. I think the update to the trucks is probably going to scare people a little bit, since there's a wiggle, and definitely coming off the corners are going to be dangerous, because it feels like it lifts the rear end of the truck just a little bit. So guys will have to be cautious and kind of lift a little bit. I noticed if you just throw a little pedal in there, then coming off the corner, you'll come off a lot straighter and probably maintain speed a little better by being patient. But I think after 30 laps, I'm going to go with over under 9.5. I'm going to call it the over.
You're going with the over the 9.5. Are you willing to put $5 on it? They say the odds are plus 200 on that. So there's $10 on it.
Well, I'm going to say I'll make you a gentleman's bet. How about that?
All right. I like that deal.
All right.
Because I think I'm in the same bet as you. I think with the new package on the trucks and just kind of, the time of year and everyone kind of everything going on and not being on track with each other, I think it could be eventful the first portion of this race.
Well, and we do have a few new drivers out here.
I noticed that as well.
So it could get spicy, but we'll see.
All right, well, we'll check in with you. I'll make you our in-race reporter. We'll check in with you as the race goes on. How about that?
All right, I'll do it.
All right, see you soon, bud.
Yes, sir.
Highline Racing Network driver Ryan Wilson. He's always a blast to talk to. Tells you how it is, even if the frustrations are kind of through the roof. Oh, we're getting buttons all coming up here. But also walks you through the technical side. Yeah, there was an update to the truck, so it's really going to be interesting to see, just how many guys put in some laps under the new setup for the trucks here for the iRacing Simulator. So it's going to be very interesting. I think the first portion of this race is going to be very, very entertaining, as well as the end when the patience have completely worn off for these guys. And, really, really trying to, push it to its absolute max here towards the end of the race. Again, appreciate everyone coming out and checking out the channel. If you could do me a favor, throw a thumbs up. If you hit the subscribe button, that's awesome. But also go down there to that pinwheel and go ahead and crank it up. We are in Ultra HD. Turn it up to the 1440p. It looks 10 times better than what the 1080 does, or sometimes YouTube likes to put you in the 420 or the 480. So go ahead down there, that gear wheel, crank it up to the Ultra HD. it'll make the experience just a little bit better. It might not make the commentating any better. I'm working on it, but only so much we can do on that. Well, warm up is just about wrapped up here for the MOTD series. We're getting ready to go racing here in just a moment. Do you see the checker flag in Bury the Flagman's hand here? So let's go ahead and check on our starting grid for this evening's race. Let's wait for it. There it is. Sam Taylor puts it on the pole. AJ Condon, Jason Branch, Scott Wise, Bobby Wetzel, Jeff in that 98, Christian Rhodes, Al Lincolns, Sam Maxwell, Dylan, the multi-time winner this season, also starts inside the top 10 here as you get a look at the rest of your starting order as we get a look at the grid about to roll off on behind the pace car. That threw me off there. He was wiggling his tires, so I was wondering what was going on with the suspension there. You got Jerry Fassett, Zach Cato, Eric Hayden, Evan Perry, all right there. Guys that work very well together. Clumped in the 19th to 20th. Steve Melnick out there in 13th as well. You see some of the Thunder Racing team mixed in to the mid-pack down here. Let's keep going through our grid. Brian Hayes, Victor Rivera, Joe Wells, an uncharacteristic 27th starting position, but even all the way back there, just over a tenth of a second slower than the pole speed. So these guys very close. Drift, your points leader, says, yet no thanks, I will start from the back. He does not put down a qualifying effort and decides to roll off 38th here. I think he has the same mindset that I do, that this one might get, let's put it like Ryan Wilson said, spicy, as you see some of these guys getting ready to roll off here. The rear of the field coming up. As you see, I do not see, unless that is Drift back there, I don't see him on track right now unless he's deciding to roll from the pits here this evening. Let's go ahead. Let's bring up your full running order. Order over there on the left side of the screen. 80 laps tonight from Daytona. This one should be an absolute blast. Should be pretty chaotic, though, however, I'm thinking. We are going to take the first lap, however, quiet. We want to show and give our respects to AJ Condon's family, and definitely has been in my thoughts over the holidays here. Don't really want to put too much information out there on him. Just want to let him know that everyone here at MOTD, including CSR Broadcast, thinking of you and your family. Hope the holidays brought some smiles for you with everything you're going through. And we're all thinking about you. So when we take the green, we will take the first lap silent here from Daytona as the pace car is getting ready to pull down onto pit road here this evening. Getting ready to fire this thing off. The pace car is down. We are getting ready to go green. Get the MOTD series back underway. Sam Taylor leads us to green. Appreciate you guys letting us take the time to AJ's family. While we were silent, looking like Jason Branch getting some help out there from Christian Rhodes to grab the lead on the high side. A lot of these cars dancing around the racetrack right now. You heard Ryan Wilson saying up off the corner could definitely be a place of worry right now. As you see the 5 of A.J. Condon there, you know, everything he's going through, he's got that car out front right now. Could be a huge spiritual and just everything evening for him here. I know some of the drivers here are definitely going to be seeking out that back bumper to try to help him across the line. He's going to lead this lap around as well. So far, uneventful here. A lot of cars dancing around, but we got no contact to speak of right now as the 9 of Sam Taylor now works to the outside of A.J. Condon there in the 5. Jason Branch on the outside. You see Scott Wise there in his infamous 31. Third car back on the high side. He's going to look a little further back here at Steve Anderson's 46 machine going down. Dylan there in the 12 as well. DJ Waddle in the 94. Craig Martin in the 22. Mr. Evan Perry up there on the high side in that S17 racing machine as well. Looking like the high side might be the place that you want to go if you want to get your way to the front. Sam Taylor going to punch another lap lead here this time around the racetrack. You guys let me know over there in the comment section as well if our audio is up loud enough here to try to drown out the cars as they go by. If we're too loud, y'all just let me know over there in the comment section. That would be helpful for me over there. Just trying to get these pretty colorful. Looks nice. Yeah, a lot of these guys putting time in to create their own paints. A lot of these guys get these cars painted, or trucks, excuse me. So yeah, they are looking. I'm liking the style of that number 4 car there. And speaking of which, a 3-time runner-up so far this season finds himself third right now. Christian Rhodes. We'll see if he can grab a win here this evening. As you see these guys continuing to work around the racetrack. That high side formed up very nicely right now. Looking like a lot of guys are starting to leave the bottom line here. Get a look back at the 51 of Victor Rivera right there. Looking like the 6 of Zach Cato sporting some new colors here as well as he goes by. Got somebody pulling down the back stretch here. I think that is Shifty just going to the back. Yep, we do not have a Jacob Drift on track. So something with Drift. Oh, man, that could be a huge swing in the point standings right now. He is not on the track, and with 5 laps already ran, going to be a huge points implication day potentially here moving forward, depending on the final results here. As you look at the back of the field right here, you got Brian Hayes, you got Joe Wells, as the rest of the field comes rocketing by your cameras right now, just trying to get everybody a little bit of camera time here. You see Sam Maxwell, Jerry Bassett, Dave Scott in the mix as well. Here, Bobby Wetzel in the 09 car grabbed himself another victory not too terribly long ago, if my memory is serving me right. Down there in the 09 Superflow car there, would we call that pink? It's hard to tell under the lights sometimes the true colors of these cars. You got the 72 a little out of shape, going to stack up that high side there a little bit. Everyone kind of hangs on. The 07 gets a little bit of contact there with the 23, but no worse for wear. Everyone okay out of that ordeal. Another guy that we love here on the CSR broadcast channel, Jim Segredo, there in the 21 car going around the track. Does an absolutely awesome job there for the Highline Racing Network AWR team. Good guy. If you guys get to know him and you jump into Discord, one of the just more outstanding guys there in the field. Sam Taylor continue to lead out front, but now Jason Branch has that bottom line starting to work a little bit here on the bottom. Scott Wise working the bottom, pushing the 28 machine around. We had the privilege to race with Branch a couple times over the holiday break. Awesome super speedway racer there. These guys really just very tame. Side by side right now. Kind of seems like that bottom line coming back. So some stalemates. If you wanted to go to the front, you better have picked your line early and maybe move yourself around back here in the back. Looking like we had some guys starting to step out just a little bit. Everyone again collecting it nicely. So still side by side after the completion of lap 7, working the lap 8 here from Daytona. So the 4 of Christian Rhodes gets Sam Taylor out there, gets that high line moving, and then jumps right out of line. You see Al Lincoln's there in the 20s, sporting that Matt Kenseth looking scheme. Now Rhodes to the front. Where does Rhodes go? Does he slide back up in front of that high line there, going around the racetrack? Stays committed to the bottom branch, not quite to the back bumper yet. So Rhodes now making a run on the outside with the push he has behind. Don't forget, you see how well these bumpers line up in these trucks. Got to keep an eye on those temps as well. Don't push for too long, especially if you're out front. You do not want to blow your motor in front of this field because, oh boy, that would be a massive wreck here. Daytona not quite as wide as Talladega. I think that leads a couple guys to be a little bit more advantageous about sticking it 3 wide as they would at Daytona. There's plenty of room, but with the trucks kind of moving around right now, it doesn't seem like anybody really wants to force the issue on that right now, and risk it this early, I should say. So these guys getting after it here early, but cautiously aggressive, we should call it right now. Sam Taylor continuing to lead us around, noticing the 88 machine making his way up there. Got you there, Tinder in the 88. As well as the 12 starting to move their way forward, as well as Waddle and Perry. So that highline still seeming like it's the spot you want to be early. But a couple of guys opting to get out of the highline and go to the bottom. You still see A.J. Condon right there. He has fallen back to 10th, but really not out of contention. It doesn't seem like anybody's pushing really hard except for the front two. So a lot of these guys look like they are just riding right now. Sam Taylor, Christian Rhodes continuing to kind of swap the lead. That high side getting the momentum down the straightaways there, but definitely have the longer route on the outside of the racetrack. You're going to see the 4 close that gap back up here. It's just going to really depend on how well of a run you get there on that bottom side. If you can generate enough momentum for this right here. If this was the finish, Christian Rhodes would have himself another P2 that time by to Sam Taylor. Well, look like we got Fred Pennington may have gone off track somewhere back here in the 10 UPS machine. Maybe just went for a slide, not seeing any damage on that, but definitely off the pace. So maybe just down on the apron. Got maybe a little bit of help here. Let's see if we can get a quick look at that. Of course, usually when we do this, we're definitely at a bigger moment than just a little one here. On the bottom of the racetrack here, it's going to be a stack up. The 75 of Scott gets on the apron, the 58 as well, and just kind of a checkup right there. So a big moment. Actually, glad we got a look at that, but everyone hangs onto it, but definitely spread the field out a little bit. Justin Lee Pearson also in the field tonight, sporting the Brazilian flag there, Justin, on your SDK profile. Maybe update that. I don't know. Maybe he's Brazilian. I don't think so, but just letting you know there, Justin. So yeah, the 75 got a little bit of the apron, got a little out of shape there. The guys reacted, checking up, caused a little bit of a stack up, and some of these guys paying the price. Scott Lay, Joe Wells, Greg Thurlow, and company. The field definitely a little spread out, but I think they'll take that over having wrecked race cars at this point. Sam Taylor still continuing to lead that high side, still being the spot you want to be at the current moment as they come to complete lap 13. We'll go ahead and crank it up. left here. And we're going to have several guys, I think, check in. I don't believe anybody has gone around. Now I'm getting a Derek Jacobs crash notification. I don't think that is going to bring out the caution. However, not seeing it out there on the racetrack, so we'll take a quick look. We had some guys, I think, got spun down pit lane after that contact. Just a big check up there. 71, yeah. There goes the 22. Oh, boy. And then, yeah, the 507 just really goes for a slide. Just kisses the outside wall, or inside wall. So, definitely could be much worse for Jacobs there. You saw that contact there. Wondering if tires are going to have something to do with it here. Seeing a little bit of that, a little bit more movement as the 98 makes it 3 wide back here in the middle. We finally have our first 3 wide racing of the, there's the yellow flag. Looking like we might have some guys that have gone around. Maybe in the back. SDK, you want to tell us what our caution might be about? Looking around here. Maybe they threw it for that spin for the 507. Race control, maybe just going back and taking a look at it all there. Determining that that should have been a caution and was not a caution. So they decided to throw a manual caution there. So we have our first one of the night. And it's a good thing I'm not really a betting man, because right now, all is calm out on the racetrack for the most part. With our first caution of the evening just coming out for the 507. I'm just going to call it the 507 spin here. So we are under our first yellow flag of the race here. We'll get one more quick look since we have the time to do it here. See what happens. I know that there was some contact a little further up in this here. We'll put it at 1/4 speed. I know it's going to be somewhere up around the 47 inside, but the 07 gets in the back of the 22 during that stack up, and the 71. And then it's just going to send the 22 in down pit road. And then Jacobs is just on the brakes here. The 23 go for a slide at just a little bit too much rear brakes in the 507. At this point right here, it could have been bad. That could have been the race for him. Goes for a long slide, did a good job getting it locked down early for Jacobs, and really just a tap there to the inside wall there. So all things considered, yeah, it doesn't even really scuff the paint on that 507 machine. So all things considered, pretty good job getting that truck checked up there and really not causing it too much damage. These guys all now committing their way onto pit road here. Sam Taylor going to lead them all down. You see it here. These guys coming down pit road from the fan cam. We'll watch to see who wins the race off of pit road. I got to imagine we'll see some tires being changed. Don't know how many they'll do. Sam Taylor gets in the box clean there. Good slide in, aggressive into the box. No tires right now, so maybe just fuel seeing mixture. Got Scott Wise with left sides, Jason Branch with right sides here. So a little bit of a mixture between everyone. Melnick, however, wins the race off of pit road. As you see the rest of these guys making their way out of the pits. No one out of this one except for Drift, who did not come to the green flag here. Pretty surprised by that, which is really going to play with the point standings here. Definitely going to make it a lot more interesting and tighten that points race back up for everyone. Melnick continues to lead. We are under caution for the first time this evening. Well, these guys are now doubled up, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here for the Motd series. Block of the trucks here, the fourth block of the season. Sam Taylor out front. Looked like Melnick maybe missed his pit box, and he came down pit road. Next time around there, Wilson saying, so it begins. Well, you know, it's could have been worse. Nobody's really tore up right now, so I think a couple slides isn't the worst thing in the world as these guys getting ready to have the pace car pull back on to pit road. Barry the flagman has the flag in hand. We are getting ready. They're in the restart zone, and they are back away. Lap 20 is down, 21 on the board for the Motd series. Al Lincoln's there to the bottom of the racetrack with Dylan in the 12. The old Vans truck that's more like a Ryan Blaney. Pace scheme is, a little loose up off the corner. Sam Taylor is still defending on the high side. Sam Taylor looking like he is going to get this lap around, continuing to lead a majority of these opening laps. All but 2 laps led here right now for Sam Taylor in that 9 machine, who has won here at Daytona already this season, so knows how to get around this place in this field, doing another excellent job of it here. Get a look a little further back here. Some of these guys trying to make their way back through the field. Jason Branch losing a couple spots there on his pit stop. I believe he opted for the right side tire, so just a little bit of time difference on and off pit road. Right there, Jerry Fassett sporting that Blind Squirrel Media car, looks fantastic as well. Very nicely painted truck. There's Zach Cato on the bottom of the track there in his 6 machine. Then the numbers are where they're supposed to be. Let's just put it that way. Still not a fan of the numbers forward on the door in the next gen cars. You guys let me know how you feel about that in the comment section. I'm still not a huge fan of it. I don't know why. I just cannot. Jacobs with another slide here, and we have another. There it is. Now we have our first wreck of the evening. Looking like it's going to be somewhere around Derek Jacobs. Again, just cannot find a break here tonight. I believe it's just going to be another stack up. Yep, another stack up out in front, and the 33 going to punt. Joe Wells going for a big slide right there as well. I think a couple of these guys, think Jacobs just riding over the bumps there. Quick to the caution that time. Again, I don't see anybody really tore up. So definitely some damage to the back bumper of the 507 this time around with the hit and shot that he took. But let's look up here a little further. Oh, okay. AJ Condon's already having some contact here. Okay. Right there on the high side, a stack up there between the 88, 75, 07. Condon tries to get checked up. Victor just doesn't have any time. And wow, both of these guys, a really good job hanging on to it. The 23 gets hit in the rear end after a shot to the 60 by the 407. So Joe Wells, you see him literally here just dirt tracking it. You know, 2 wheels on the apron, 2 wheels up on the racing surface on that banking. That is a fantastic save there. The caution came out quick. So these guys, I believe, again, they're getting away with, not getting tore up. So that is good there. So we are back under caution here this evening. Let's see if we can get a word with a couple of these drivers here this evening. We'll just go around, make sure we're in our right spot. Here we go. Well, let's bring in the driver of the 58.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Pearson? How's it going?
It's going. I got invited to this league race, so I figured I'd try it out.
Well, what do you think so far? You having fun?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm just kind of working my way up little by little, dodging a bunch of wrecks.
Yeah, I was talking to Wilson earlier. He was thinking over 9 cautions, only our second one, but nobody too tore up just yet. Just some slides through the grass.
Yeah, we all do good checking up. That's just we get a little sideways sometimes.
Yeah. Is this your first time in the truck since the update?
Correct. Yes.
What do you think? Did it drive much different? What's your take on it?
Well, I really haven't had a good guess on them yet because they haven't been up front. But they're kind of just I can't get no run. I haven't got any runs lately.
Gotcha. So just kind of a stalemate right now. It seems like the high side's where you want to be, but even then, it just seems to kind of stall out eventually after they get 2 or 3 car legs.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, like I said, I haven't had a chance to try it out. Hopefully, here in the near future, I will.
Yeah, there you go. Well, one thing I did notice, you're up 18 spots on our telemetry here, but you also got a Brazilian flag instead of the American flag under your SDK profile.
Long story short, my wife's Brazilian, so
all right,
I support that country.
Yeah, okay. I knew there had to be a reason because you got to change it. So I didn't think you were, but I think in the past I think we talked about that. Supporting the iRacers Lounge podcast paint scheme, up 18 spots. So we'll continue to watch your march to the front.
All right, I appreciate it, Craig.
All right, we'll
Thank
check
you.
in. Yep. Driver of the 58 get invited to the show and he shows up, so that's what you like to see. You like to see full fields out there. Let's just check on the lights are still off on the pace car, but I gotta imagine this time they will be going back on. So let's check in with our in-race reporter because he has been kind of around a lot of the action so far here tonight. So let's check back in with our in-race reporter. You've been kind of right in the thick of it, but still up 13 spots. You've had a couple oh shit moments. What are we thinking?
I told you. It's getting ready to begin. Ain't no damage yet, but it's getting a little spicy.
Well, you got 4 teammates right there in front of you. A couple guys you're familiar with. We saw some guys pushing the issue 3 wide. Do you think guys are getting familiar? We're going to see a little bit more of that on this run here?
There's a couple drivers out on this field that's probably going to push the issue. I got passed by one of them, and I thought, oh, big dog, you go on. You let her eat. I'm going to sit back here and try to stay clean.
So is that your plan moving forward, even with kind of seeming like it's hard to pass out there tonight?
It's a little crowded, but, I think I'm going to try a little bit different pit strategy and try to make up some spots on pit road. And I don't know. I'm sitting right above the danger zone, so I might send her now and try to get on up there and stay.
Well, I see you're getting ready to go back to grade, so we'll check in with you in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Gotta love these guys letting us bother them and getting their thoughts right kind of in the middle of it. We'll check in with some of the other drivers here. Like to get a word with Christian Rhodes, maybe DJ Waddle as this one continues on right now. You got the 9 and 98 front row, the 20 and 31 just in behind, and the multi-time winner right there in the 12 with the multi-time runner-up. Man, he's got to be sick of seeing the back bumper of that 12. They work so good together, but he's seen too much of the back bumper of that 12 car coming down to the checkered flag. But right now, we are just getting ready to go back under green here. Barry's got the flag ready, and we are going to take off once again, wrapping up our second caution of the evening, taking on lap 27 from Daytona. lineup starting to get formed up now with the 20 on the bottom being pushed by DJ Waddle there in the 94. Let's check out some of our biggest movers because one of them is the 94 of DJ Waddle, up 16. But right now, Justin Lee Pearson looking like one of our biggest movers of the race, up 25 spots right now. Josh McKinney up 20. Ryan Wilson up 18. Shane Ward in this 39 car. We did see him start at the rear of the field, up 22 spots right now as well. Looking like the biggest mover backer, should we say, instead of the biggest loser, is Jason Branch right now, 26 spots down. Believe he went with the off-sequence pitch strategy to maybe play out for him later. Lincoln's trying to get this lap led, but Sam Taylor holds tough on the high side. A little bit closer this time around there for Lincoln's at the start-finish line, but Sam Taylor was able to defend so well up there on the high side of the racetrack. The 71 getting a little bit of contact back here. No, they are around and upside down. We have several cars in this one. Our third caution brings out a ton of damage here this evening. The 71 upside down at one point. Let's bring up the caution booth here and let's see what goes on. I know it was around the 71. I got to rekey him up because it did not give me a crash notification until he was already upside down. So let's go up here with Jerry Fassett. Oh, Jim Segredo is in it as well. Looking like the 07 of Zach Harry gonna maybe not see the checkup in front of Scott. Yeah, the 71, 75 checking up for the 6, and the 71 slides up the racetrack. Then the 07 just drives in the back of the 75. Going to turn the 21 back up the hill right into the door of the 71, flipping him over. Then several guys just know where to go. The double zeros in it. The 22, AJ Condon. Oh, Branch somehow squeaking through that one as well. We'll have to get a look from the onboard of Jason Branch here as he worked his way through this wreck. Get a shot here with Branch heading into 3 and 4 as our biggest wreck of the night has taken place. So hard on the brakes for Branch. Really didn't know where to go, so he picked kind of the bottom middle there on the track, and then as the car slid kind of off the racetrack there, he was able to go to the high side and pick up a ton of positions right there. We'll get a look at the 71 car after his flip. That thing is not as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest with you. Oh, Drift is now out on the track as well. Your points leader has made it back, but is several laps down. He also has damage from that wreck as well. The nose caved in on the front of that thing. Eric Hayden, I know, was involved in that as well. So surprisingly, for as hard as some of the impact was, some of these guys don't look that bad. AJ Condon was in it as well. The 39 of Shane Ward was in it. Yeah, kind of surprised. The 22 of Craig Martin has some significant damage. Segredo has quite a bit of damage there as well. Brian Hayes having himself a quiet race. I was able to also get through that wreck right there in the 47 machine. So good job by him as we are back under caution here. We'll take a quick break, grab some water, and we'll be right back for the MOTD series on the CSR broadcast channel.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, caught me off guard right there. We're already getting back green. Sam Taylor leading us back to it. Let's go ahead and crank it up. Right there at the start-finish line, these guys wad him up again. Branch, the 507 is back in it at a rowdy. The 14, a big wreck here. Almost a parking lot in the tri-oval this time around. Several guys now involved in our second caution. Actually, we still have a caution screen back up because the green flag caught me so off guard here. So quickly. See, oh man, we're about 4 wide. Right there in the trouble, somewhere around the 75, the trouble's going to begin. So let's get our cameras up to Dave Scott's area here. 37, trying to make it 3 wide. He's kind of already there. Scott, I just don't know if he can see that he is there. Going to turn down right into the door of the 46. Going to turn him right up in front of Branch. And now this is where the chaos just starts to unfold. The 07 slamming in the back. The 42 is in it as well. Branch taking some significant damage here. Several guys. Wetzel as well. The 507 back in another one. Get a couple different looks at this one here. Hard impact for several of these drivers. It just happens so quick when you're, several cars back. You can't see coming. Segredo hopefully still has his fast repair here. Looking like he may have still gotten involved as well. Hard on the brakes here. This might just be a check. I'm not sure if he actually gets... Oh, right here, he needs to go slide. So, not bad. He's going to punch in the nose there a little bit on that machine. But not too terrible. Here, get another look at this one. There's several guys involved in this caution. Here this time. Wilson, our in-race reporter, keeping track. Yeah, this is our 4th caution of the evening here, and the punches just keep hitting now there for Branch, the 75, the 507, the 21. Also involved in another one as well. The 46 is pretty tore up out there on the racetrack as well. Yeah, several of these guys just with some heavy damage now. Going to see several of them make their way to pit road this time, including the 72, who did not get involved in that one, I believe. So, and then while we were down there at the bottom line of Lincoln's, grabbed the lead, opted to stay on the bottom of the racetrack, and as soon as the 98 was clear of that outside, he opted to jump to the high side, so put Jeff in the 98 up to P1. We won't miss the start when these guys get these things stacked back up. We are under caution for the 4th time here this evening on the CSR broadcast channel. Well, these guys getting ready to roll it back down the back straightaway here, getting ready to get this thing fired back off under the green flag as we're wrapping up our 4th one of the evening. You see the 20 and the 98 opting for the high side. I have a feeling Sam Taylor now on the bottom of the racetrack. See how he's going to work himself back up there as he has been dominant so far in this race, especially there on that high side. So we'll see how he is able to, and if he is able to recapture the lead. Not a ton of movement so far, really, within the top 6 or 7. But some guys on the move, like Zach Cato and Justin Lee Pearson back here, up 21 in 12 spots for Cato, 21 for Pearson. Joe Wells up 16. Ryan Wilson up 18. Brian Hayes up 12. And Christopher Lungsford, who we haven't spoken much about tonight, up 21 spots as well. The 4th caution is over with. We are back under green here for the Motd series, just about approaching halfway in this one. 98 working with Scott Wise going down the back straightaway here with Christian Rhodes pushing in behind. Almost a triple push going in. Up there on the bottom, Sam Taylor trying to get that 20 car out front. Gotta imagine Taylor, if he is able to somehow clear that high line on the bottom of the racetrack, we're going to see an immediate jump up from him. But going to be hard to do out here on the racetrack. We are halfway through this one. This time by the 98 leading the pack around here from Daytona. We got Wetzel off track. Oh, man, we got another. Sam Taylor's in the wall on the outside. After the caution, we got guys barrel rolling. Whoa, got excited there. The 23 was upside down. Several guys caught up in this one. So now, yeah, Wilson knew it was coming. And unfortunately is now caught up in this one. Sam Taylor gets hooked after the caution flag comes out. I think he started to check up before everyone was ready. So it was back here with McKinney on the. It's tough to see, the stands were in the way. Hold on, let's reverse that. And let's get a better camera angle of it here. Yeah, still tough to see. Something with the 47 getting turned down the track. McKinney's making it 3 wide there. Through the tri-oval. It's going to tighten up just a little bit in the tri-oval. Can't tell. I think he just comes up and tags the 47 right there. So nothing Hayes can do. And I believe the 03 is, that rear tire is coming up off the ground. He's going to come back up in front of some of these guys here. Actually, just goes for a 360. Wow. Oh, and then the 71 back in another one gets punted into that. Let's rewind, see what happens with the 71. I imagine it's just a checkup. Got absolutely ran over from behind. Jerry, not going to be happy with that at all. Imagine if we got him on comms, he'd be very candid about that. Right there on the brakes. And then, run over from behind and slid into the wreck. But more importantly, what happened when the yellow flag came out, Sam Taylor, it looked like he got hooked into, so they're wrecking behind right here, and I can't tell, we're going to be a little too far to see the lights. We'll see if we can see any on the racetrack start to illuminate. He's down there. Oh, he just kind of gets down on the apron a little low, and then the 12 just staying in his line, kind of the bumpers don't match, and hooks him here, and then somebody goes for a barrel roll out of all of this, comes back down the track. I think he's going to tag the 23. Yep. Oh, man. And just tosses the 23 like a rag doll. Try to get another look at it here. Just going to be the 12. The 12 just getting the back bumper just a little bit. So, yeah, you see the flames out of the exhaust for the 9 truck. And then comes down. Oh, man. AJ Condon gets a piece of it as well. Wow. I mean, this is a heavy hit here for our in-race reporter. I don't want to keep going back to the same guys, but I feel like we got to after this one, right? I mean, he thinks he's got it cleared. There's no way he sees the 9 coming and just gets absolutely tattooed right there. So let's see if we can bring him back in. I know he's probably not going to be very happy right now. I know we got to try to get some more of these drivers' inputs in the race here. But one hell of a ride there.
Yeah, there for a minute I was just hanging on, looking at the sky, trying to find the moon. You know.
Did you find any consolations while you're up there for about 10 minutes?
Well, I think I saw Orion's belt.
Yeah.
Or either that was mine flew off.
Yeah, I think it might have been your jock strap going up through the ceiling there. I mean, did you think you had it cleared? It was so late.
Oh, man. I just seen them go down, and I thought, oh, a little shift up. I'm going to make it. We got it. Come on. And then I went upside down.
Well, definitely seeing these trucks wanting to get more airborne this time, but yours was just brute force, I think, is the way to put that. You still have your fast repair, or just burn it there?
I still got it. It gave me a little roof damage, but that's about it.
Wow,
so
all
we're
right.
going to run it.
Hell yeah. Hang on to it while you got it. Well, good luck. We'll catch up with you in a little bit.
All right.
So just a little bit of roof damage, he says there, on the 23 car there. Let's see if we can get a word with, let's try to get a word with DJ Waddle here from G Lightning. DJ, it's Craig up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, some chaos in the back here starting to unfold. I know you're getting ready to go back green, but you've had a strong race. You're kind of mired back there where that chaos has kind of started. Is that something you're thinking about and trying to get out of right away, or what's the thoughts now?
Hey, I'm gonna try and get back to the front and stay there as long as I can, because that seems to be the safest spot.
Yeah, it seems like anywhere beyond about 8th is safe. So I'll let you get back to it, but you're having a good run so far. We'll see if we can get that 94 truck in victory lane.
I sure hope so. Thanks, guys.
So DJ Waddle there of the 94 machine going around the racetrack here. Eric Hayden got caught up in some stuff earlier. That truck looks okay. Jerry Fassett, however, I believe his night may be close to over. The 75 still on pit road. Jerry may have gotten away. He may have finally used that fast repair. I think he was going to need it after that one. So still had his fast repair. Just has to go the rest of the race now without one. So, he's still got some scuffs on that. So maybe just manual repairs right now there on the 71 machine. But out front after some pit stops there, we got Scott Wise and Evan Perry, Bobby Wetzel, and Victor Rivera. Your top 4, Christian Rhodes, Zach Cato, Jeff Filgit. I always mess up his name. Figlin? I think it's Figlin. I think I'm finally saying it right, Tommy. Steve Melnick, Dylan in the 12, and Joe Wells rounding out your top 10 right now. But the commish leading us back to green right here. Some cars stepping out. Maybe a little bit of tire spin here on the start. Something we'll have to keep an eye out. But Scott Wise now leading us back to green here on lap 45 for the Motd Series block of the Truck Series. These guys coming down to complete lap 45. Scott Wise is going to continue to lead here from our fan cam. We're looking at it going down through the tri-oval into turn 1. Rocking by the camera right here. You can see the field. Some awesome camera angles going around the racetrack. Get a look here a little deeper in the field. See what's going on. To make sure we don't miss any more chaos originating. We were pretty good first little bit. We were right on top of the money there with where the chaos was starting. And then they caught our eyes looking a little bit forward. The 10 truck here of Fred Pennington had his issues very early in the race, but has recovered nicely there. Back riding now in 21st, up 12 spots, so starting to make his way forward in this one. Scott Wise and Evan Perry continuing their battle around the racetrack right here from Daytona. Got a wreck in the back. You heard it back there. Right at the tail end of the field. Looking like Ward might be involved again with Zachary Harry here. Oh, we were still on our pit lane. I'm so sorry about that. We are just a little, we're getting back in the swing of it here. Look like the 9 of Sam Taylor. Just the 07 kind of really not knowing where he wanted to be. And, Shane Ward just got Drift is back in another one there. Yeah, the 07 just kind of between lanes. Here, I'll get another look at it here. Sam Taylor just trying to push. He slides up the track pretty far off the yellow line. And, yeah, the 9, I just don't think is expecting him to kind of pull back down in the lane. Maybe he's just thinking he's going to get up out of the way. That's what he decided. And back under caution we go. So I believe that is our 5th. No, that's 6th. Thank you, Ryan, for keeping track of that. 6th caution of the evening now. So maybe Ryan was right. Maybe we will hit that 9 mark. We're just beyond halfway here in this one. We'll keep our eyes to see who comes down pit road this time. A lot of caution laps being turned now. Maybe some pit strategies are going to be thrown out the window, and some new ones having to be improvised in this one. Gotta imagine so with the amount of caution laps. 6 cautions, at least 2 laps, at least 12 or 14 so far under the yellow flag, saving a bunch of fuel. Evan Perry has captured the lead. Must have been in front of Scott Wise at the time of the yellow, so put Evan Perry out front right now, but this guy's definitely going to have to play some kind of pit strategy out here on the track this evening as they continue their way around. We'll see who comes out for pit stops and grab a couple more drivers' thoughts and inputs on this one. You see Evan Perry bringing a good majority of the field down pit road here. About half. I'd say we're split on strategies right now. You heard some guys earlier say that they were going to, try to flip some things with the field kind of being stale. So, Evan Perry going to win the race off of pit road. And while we have an opportunity, let's go ahead and bring in the driver of the 72 machine and get his thoughts on this one as it has played out. Evan Perry, it's Craig up in the booth. How's it going, bud?
Oh, it's going good tonight, Craig. How you doing, man?
We're doing good. Well, you had yourself the lead there for just a moment. Scored yourself a lap lead. You're kind of in the rat's nest, I would call it, again here. Strategies, is this still your original opening race strategy, or are you kind of having to adjust that as the night's gone on with all the cautions?
I didn't hear you because I had people talking. We're on comms on iRacing. Can you repeat that last question?
That's all right. I said, are you having to kind of play with your strategy? Are you still on your same strategy as you started the race with all the cautions? What's your moves going forward here?
The biggest moves going forward is track position. So it definitely worked out in my strategy that last caution because it got me up to P2 with Scott Wise. But now I looked at how many laps we got left, how much fuel I got in the car, and I can make it now if we keep having these cautions because I bid it. And there's some others that maybe not. It's hard to say. So
gotcha.
I just taking that high line and driving the best I can.
Well, there you go. Well, good luck to you. Hopefully we can see that 72 car back up front.
I hope so. Appreciate it, Craig.
Well, let's see if we can bring in another driver here. Let's bring in the driver of the 31. I know you're getting ready to go back racing here, Scott, but pretty calm to start. The race seeming like some chaos unfolding in the middle. You think that's guys just getting a little desperate here for track position, or maybe a little bit more comfortable with the trucks?
I think it's just guys trying to get desperate for track position, try to get up to that top lane, because that's the one that seems to be going after the update. I'm not super thrilled with the update they made to these. I think they made them a little bit more of a pain. Kind of feels like a blend of Gen 7 with the Gen 6 side draft. which kind of makes one lane really overpowered to me instead of being able to race. But it is what it is. We're gonna do what we can do.
Well, I heard some guys thinking if they keep getting the cautions, might be good on fuel. Is your mindset in the same direction there?
Oh, I can get to the end from here.
There you go. All right.
No
Well,
problem.
we'll keep an eye on that 31 to go to the front as we always do.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
The CEO of the league, Scott Wise, his wife, Lauren, up there in the booth, in race control booth, I should say. Zach Cato has inherited the lead with Joe Wells right now. So some of these guys coming from deep in the field. Cato, I'm knocking on wood, has kept that thing out of trouble for the most part. Looks like he might have a little rear damage. Can't just tell if that's the paint or not. Eric Hayden just in behind him as well. So he's got some help up there. Yeah, looking like that left rear might have a little bit of contact that was made at some point in this one. But nonetheless, he's got that 6 car out front. The pace truck getting ready to pull off the racetrack. And we are wrapped up the 6th caution. Back under green for the Motd series from Daytona. 29 laps to go. Oh, already some contact, guys. Already going back around here in the back. Yellow flag gonna fly once again immediately. Looking like Josh McKinney in the 03 has gone around. We're just going to leave it on the live shot because I keep forgetting at this point to put us back to the live shot. We've got to shake off some rust here ourselves. So there was definitely a stack up somewhere. McKinney almost in the back of Sam Taylor. And then, hold on. I took my eyes off to hit the quarter speed. It's going to be up there on the high side. Scott is getting a run. Jerry Fassett in behind the 37. I just can't tell if the 75 with that shot he got just going to drive him into there. If the 37 maybe off pace just a little bit. Drift getting another part of this one. The 507 getting another part of it. So just some caved in fenders really for the 7th caution of the night. But maybe we're seeing a couple of guys trying to get a little bit bolder with going 3 wide. So something tells me with the desperation of track position, these guys are going to be forcing it 3 wide, and we might see several big wrecks as the evening continues to progress here. When we go back green, we're going to have just over 20 laps to go. So I've got to imagine you're going to see a lot of pit strategy and a lot of desperation starting to go out the window. We'll see who comes down pit road this time. Heard Scott say he can make it from here, but does he have enough for the green-white checkers if it goes down that road? Joe Wells showing that he's going down pit road. Cato doesn't want to show his hand too early. Now makes the turn, so several guys who pitted last time are going to massively benefit from this one and find their way to the front. We'll keep an eye here to see who wins the race off of pit road amongst these guys here. So, Cato and company opted for some tires. So, out of all of that, the guy we were just talking about who had a rough start at the race now finds himself at the point. Red Pennington there in the 10 machine going to lead us back around. Brian Hayes as well right there. So, up 32 spots for Pennington as they run 23 for Hayes. Scott Lay in the 83 up 31 spots right now. Started, I believe, dead last in the field there in that 83 truck and has now found his way towards the front. Some of these guys, so we should be good on fuel. I don't know if everyone was being honest with what we were looking at, maybe even for green-white checkers. Don't want to show their hand. But we are getting ready to go to 1 to green, so we'll step away for just a minute. We'll be back for the restart. Well, these guys rolling through. We'll see. The last couple restarts have been hairy. We haven't turned many green flag laps here in a little bit. These guys very patient for the first 30 or so laps of the race, but a lot of these guys now realizing their strategy of hanging at the back might not be paying off with how calm everything was. Their desperation going up, leading to several wrecks. Our 7th one of the evening. Brian Hayes, Fred Pennington on the front row, getting ready to get us back to green flag racing. This has kind of been the theme here with the Motd series. At one point, we have a caution-filled portion of the race, and then everything seems to calm down just a little bit, and they get back to green flag racing. We'll see if we get that here. Fred Pennington leads them into turn 1 and 2. 3 wide already there for the 98. Looking like he's going to try to make it there on the 47. Thinks better of it. Does not want to get that truck tore up just yet. So makes a business decision, excuse me, on that one. As Christian Rhodes and Dylan, a dynamic duo, I should say, up front right now, guarding that high line. The 10 up against the wall. I was wondering if we were going to see some guys moving up right against the wall, trying to really protect that high side, because as you heard Scott say, the side draft is after the update is pretty big on that. But if they stay too close to that wall, the bottom lane will not suffer that side draft and allow them to pull back by. So if the 10 stays too high, it's going to lead to that right there. The 47 of Brian Hayes rocketed to the front with Jeff pushing just in behind. Scott Wise now. Jeff going to move up to the high side, get that side draft. If I was Hayes, the first thing I would have done is protect that high side right there. Yeah, that 10 just too up to the wall there. Not a bad move if you're 3 wide trying to protect the upper part of the racetrack with the side draft, but leaving too much of a space, just like here with the 98, kind of above that seam right there, going to allow Brian Hayes to recapture the lead momentarily with Jerry Fassett, a guy who, man, we have seen him in a lot of incidents here this evening, but now finding himself P2 as Brian Hayes going to lead some laps. Good to see Hayes up front. He has had a rough go of it here lately, so good to see Brian Hayes having himself a good run right here. You'll see that outside lane. They're trying to get back down on the door of that inside lane, but they're just up a little too high, allowing the first 4 cars to clear. Now definitely Hayes and Fassett got to be looking in the mirror and, you know, they got to keep an eye out when that high line starts to make its return back up because they're going to have to block it at some point. You just can't leave that high line to gain all that momentum and then pin you back down to the bottom side of the racetrack. But as they run right now, that high line continuing to struggle right now as some more guys on the bottom starting to make their move. Scott Wise pushing hard to the back bumper of Jeff there, but just nothing orchestrating right there. And here we see back here now Evan Perry and Justin Lee Pearson trying to get that third lane up and going. Told you there was enough room for it, but how much do you trust the guys around you? Can they get a little bit more help up here to try to really get that third lane motivated? But that is also going to hurt the bottom lane because it is going to force that middle lane to be right down on their door. They're starting to make a little bit of headway. They just aren't quite close enough to really capture enough momentum, but Evan Perry's going to get some draft off the guys, kind of deciding if they want to get up there in that third lane or if they want to protect the middle right now, like the 12, like the 4. But Evan's still staying committed. But, oh, right there, and we have some guys around. The 38 is on its side. The 44 is around shifty. Look like Thurlow may have gone for a pretty good slide right there. So let's key it up and see what happens here with this group. 28 of Branch. Oh, just slides up the racetrack, tags the 20 and comes back down and then gets the 38, turns him right up in front of poor Eric Hayden. Just nowhere to go. And then Shifley goes around. You see almost the blowover effect there on the 38, bringing out our... Come on, sir. You're a little late. That is our 8th caution of the evening now. Mr. Wilson, I expect you to be quicker on the trigger there. We're almost at your mark. You said 9. So I'll give it to you. You're damn close right now with still about 20 laps to go. Brian Hayes continuing to lead with Jerry Fassett. So let's see if we can get a word with our current race leader out here. And then we will bring in a couple more guys as well. Where are you hiding, Mr. Hayes? There you are. Brian Hayes. It's Craig up in the booth. Good to see you up front, buddy.
Hey, Craig. How's it going, buddy? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man. You had a rough go at it in the 87s, but maybe the tides are changing there for that 47 camp.
Yeah, you never know. You know, luck's on your side some nights, and some nights it ain't. So we're gonna hustle here up front as long as we can and see where we end up.
Well, the bottom line seemed to be struggling for 90% of this race so far. You were able to get down there on the bottom, and you know the first 4 or 5 cars cleared that high side. Something to think about later. You still thinking you're eventually going to have to defend the outside of the racetrack?
Yeah, I think as long as you get a group of guys that are comfortable with you pushing them and then pushing you, you can run that bottom lane and stay tight. Once you get to the outside, I think if you can side draft them a little bit and get them uncomfortable, I think it'll be all right.
All right. Well, I'll let you get to it, and good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your service.
Bastard. Got me right before I let him go. Now making his way to pit road. So giving up the lead to DJ Waddle there in the 94. Going to score himself a lap led in that 94 machine, guy we spoke to just a little bit ago. So let's see if we can get a word with a couple more drivers out here on the racetrack. Let's bring in a guy that we haven't talked to in a little bit. Let's bring in Sam Taylor. Sam, it's Craig up in the booth. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, dominated the first portion of this race. Track position seeming to be king right now with heading to just under 20 laps to go. How are we getting that 9 machine back up front?
I'm lifting or not lifting until I see God or the checkered flag.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good strategy right now. You still have that fast repair on board, yeah?
No, I do not. I got shuffled back. I got caught in some stuff, and I could have probably fixed the damage, but I just went ahead and used it. I wanted to be at full power, be able to make any move I wanted to make anytime I wanted to make it.
Well, 30 laps led in this one. I have a feeling it's not the end of the night for the 9. I have a feeling we'll see you in about 20 laps or so.
That's my plan. I'm about to channel my inner Dale Earnhardt and send it to the front.
Well, good luck. We got to put you in G Lightning A, correct?
Slightly dangerous.
Slightly dangerous. That's right. I'm trying to remember everything. Well, good luck. I'll catch up with you here in a little bit. We're getting ready to go back green.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Slightly
dangerous. Man, I'm trying. I'm trying here, guys. I'm trying to get all the teams memorized. I should at this point. Honestly, that's on me for not getting that. Waddle still going around the racetrack. Okay, we're not ready to go back green just yet. These guys are still single file right now. So let's get our interview screen back up. there. Wilson's got us now. He's all caught up here. And 8. So let's bring in the driver of the 3. Joe Wells.
Hello there.
Hello there. What's up, buddy? Eventful start to the race, but right now I think you're right where you want to be.
Yeah, I'd say so. Definitely putting the name in hard charger there, I'd say. Starting way far back. But yeah, definitely found some strategy, and right now I'm good for field till the end and finding myself on the front row here in this restart. My teammates, my left.
Yeah, there you go. So is that the strategy here now moving forward? Just keep that 94 somewhere where you can see them, and then stay out of the rat's nest back there.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. Any of those GLM guys we can get up here. You know, we're all racing for AJ tonight. So I'd love to be able to see him get up here and kind of get in the mix with us. So, well, that's definitely the goal, is to work with the teammates and try to keep our noses out front.
Well, good luck. You also got to keep those noses up front. You got some ground to make up in the team standings. So hopefully tonight is the night that you guys can knock that out.
Yeah, it's not par for the course for what we did the last 2 seasons as a champion and team champion. So definitely need to start locking in here the second half of the season and pull off a big upset.
Well, you already got 1 win on the year. Let's make it 2.
If it happens, it's because of you now, Craig.
I don't want that pressure.
All right. I appreciate you, brother.
All right. Good luck. Well, we'll start to get back into the swing of all this and having all of our cameras right. And as long as we get the finish right, I think I'll be happy with the broadcast here tonight. Everything else, we're just working out some of the rust ourselves. Some of the drivers are doing that as well here this evening, getting ready to go back green. 8 cautions down. We only got 1 to meet Wilson's mark, 2 to go over, but we are back. Green flag racing, 17 to go from Daytona. Getting down to crunch time. Another guy recovering nicely, Justin Lee Pearson there in that 58 machine. Evan Perry still hanging around as well. These guys firing down the back straightaway. More contact with Scott. More guys around right here. Scott, big slide. He's got McKinney, I believe that is. No yellow flag right here, so we're going to have to take a quick replay in case they do throw it or do not throw it. We'll see what happens up here. A little bit. Oh, I think McKinney just misjudged that there was a hole there. I'm not sure if he had any contact. Both of them go for a slide. The apron, no caution flag right now. So we'll get our eyes back out front because 3 wide for the lead. Waddle to the bottom. Jeff in the middle. Scott Wise to the high side. Where does the 3 go? The 3's all the way up against the wall with Scott Wise. Going to push him around the 51. Right in the mix of Victor Rivera as well in the bottom. 98 holding tough. You see the 12 and the 4 trying to make their way back to the front. 3 wide still going down the back straightaway. We told you the 3 wide is going to have to pick up if some of these guys want to move. Now a huge push from the 58 to the back bumper of the 51. Going to try to get the 94 back the lead as the high side tries to get reorganized here. We have a 3rd lane coming as well with Al in the 12. Yellow flag is back out as, a parking lot. We have a parking lot in turns 3 and 4. This is the big one. several drivers. I mean, this is a good majority of the field. This has got to be at least 20 plus drivers who are caught up in this wreck. So we already see these guys around. Scott Wise is in it, so it's going to happen at the front of the field as soon as we took our eyes off the front of the field. Man, we just don't have luck with that here tonight. Let's cue it up. Let's pause it. Let's see what happens up here. Victor Rivera, so the 3 of Wells tries to make a move to the inside, just makes so slight of contact. Then Waddle's going to get turned. Rivera and Pearson, I believe, are going to make it through the 98, then trying to make it through as well here. Let's pause it. A 31 going for a ride. Segredo right in it. The 12 may have been able to turn himself down under this wreck. Just trying to find Scott Wise so we can get our cameras focused on him here as this wreck develops. You can already see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 guys already in this wreck here. Let's just cue it up. Let's put it back at quarter speed. I mean, there's just nowhere to go. I mean, where do you go? Branch is already, he was on the brakes hard. He gets punted, so the back half of the field with Shifty as well, the 71 of Facet. That's probably going to be his race. Cato is in it. AJ Condon is in it. Tinder, I believe, is going to be able to just squeak by down there. The 10 of Pennington's in it. The 37, the 00, the 72, the 31, 94, 3. The 39 somehow makes its way. Oh, Christian Rhodes gets turned there late. The 46, the 98. Man, there is just cars absolutely everywhere in this wreck. When it happens at the front of the field, you know it's going to be big. Yeah, that 44 just not jumping on the brakes quite quick enough there. And gets in the back. Oh, the 72 takes a hard shot. I don't even know if anyone made their way through this one. Steve Anderson just got parked up there, the outside wall. That might be his night as well. Right there. We'll try to get a couple more looks on board and around the racetrack as the big one takes place here at Daytona. We definitely got to get a look from the 20 car. I don't think he makes it through this, but if he does, that's some of the best driving I've ever seen on this sim. But looking like now, trying to find him in our running order. Where is he at? He did a great job missing at least a good portion of this wreck, but I believe he may have gotten some of it. Let's get a look on board with the driver of the 20 as well here. I want to go to our cockpit camera. Where are you hiding at? Because well, the gyro cam works. Let's go ahead and just see what he sees through this wreck. Oh my. So close. I mean, just so insanely close to working his way through that wreck. I mean, kudos to him in the first place for as close as he got to missing this wreck. I mean, the seas do part for him a little bit, but I mean, wow. .38, I believe, is able to check up in time as well for this one, but let's get a look here with Brian Hayes right here as well as this starts to unfold. He gets a shot down, gets some damage from his teammate there, so maybe not horrible. With only a couple laps to go, got to imagine Hayes is going to want to use that fast repair. Melnick just was bringing up the rear of the field here, so he is going to gain a ton of spots. We'll get a look from his roll bar as you're going to see this wreck really play out in front of him here. He's just immediate on the brakes. I mean, that is all but, I believe all but maybe 3 trucks got through this wreck unscathed. Here it is from the nose of Joe Wells, right where it starts. Just ever so slightly there. And away, away they all go. Branch in another one after having such a strong start tonight. The 507, I believe, actually gets checked up. He's just going to stop. Oh, and then he disappears. Made it through the wreck there, but wow, just some huge impacts for several of these guys. I mean, 2 guys get through that. The 12 somehow survives. We'll see where the 12... We are going to have to go back live here shortly because they are probably getting ready to go green. The 12. All right, he's going to get some nose damage there. So, yeah, literally Victor Rivera and Justin Lee Pearson, the only guys to make their way through that as we are back green now. Victor Rivera leading us back to green. We got back just in time. Dylan in the 12 must not have gone down pit road, or just everyone went down pit road there on that one. Yeah, looks like he's got the nose of... Oh, that thing is still caved in. So Justin Lee Pearson now pushing. Craig Martin making his way up to the front here. This is really has shuffled the field. And right there, here comes Sam Taylor. The guy said, I have a feeling we'll see you by the end of this race. Well, right there now on the high side, the 58 pushing Dylan back to lead. Can he get his 4th win? The 58 trying to look to the outside. The 12 throws a mean block on the 58. So Dylan not losing it there. Oh, another block there from Dylan on the 58. What does the 58 got to do? I think he's going to have to generate a little bit more of a run or just get all over the back bumper. The jump to the high side here when it gets going. He's all over the back of the 12. The 12 kind of indecisive on his lanes right now. 11 laps to go from Daytona. Now the 58 gets to the outside of Dylan. Justin Lee Pearson to the point with James Tinder just in behind, and Sam Taylor. Dylan on the bottom. The 51 Rivera. Craig Martin right there as well. Now the 58 working both lanes of the track right now. Justin Lee Pearson might be new to this league, but he is not new to us here on the CSR broadcast channel. I have raced with him a ton. He definitely knows how to get to victory lane, and right now showing it as they roll through turns 3 and 4. As Tinder now drops underneath the 58. Did not see that move coming. Figured he would have stayed right there. The 58 trying to side draft. Here comes Taylor up behind. Now Justin does not want the 9 to get to his outside, so he throws a block there. They're 3 wide back here in the back of the pack as well. Branch and guys trying to bring up the outside and in the middle. It's going to get hectic right here. Melnick up off the bottom, going to squeeze these boys just a little bit. The 58 still defending. Sam Taylor now trying to make a move to the outside. The 58 blocks the run from the 88. The 9 does not have quite the help that he wants just yet, but can he get the side draft? And can Zach Cato and Brian Hayes and Ryan Wilson, 3 teammates, get there? What do they do if they get there? Do they ditch Sam Taylor and shuffle him out? He's been one of the strongest drivers, and the caution is back out. They are back around back here. We have more wrecks. Evan Perry is back in it, and another ball, the 83 tattooed right there, so that where that 3 wide chaos was ensuing, it all unfolds once again back here for the Motd series. Bobby Wetzel's in it. DJ Waddle is in it. We're gonna have to go blimp cam here and see just what happens. Let's go ahead. I'm going to move it up. I got to imagine it's somewhere here. Going through 3 wide. Christian. Oh, it's actually going to be back there with the 10 and the 5 of Condon. Fred Pennington, and then some of these guys. Kaiser just nowhere to go. Oh, the 98. Oh, no. Yeah, right there. Got to get him. Eric Hayden, I think, gets through this. The 83 thinks he's good. And then right back up the track they come. So let's key this back up. Let's get this back on Pennington here. See what happens. Oh, 4 wide. Yeah, 4 wide's going to be tough to pull off there. Oh, voice crack. Told you it's been a while. Our voice isn't used to it. Evan Perry back involved in it as well after he was very confident of getting his way back up towards the front. So a lot of these guys now having big issues in this one. Several guys have gone through their fast repairs. We do have some guys out of the race. Several guys are probably going to be laps down after needing the repairs here. The 72, you see the damage to the front of that. Sam Taylor back to the lead, though. Justin Lee Pearson right there as well. Man, that was a fun little stint right there. I mean, these boys were getting after it. They knew they knew the pressure was on there. I don't believe Sam Taylor is going to come down pit road. I think he's going to throw the fake here. Yes, he sure does. Couldn't imagine seeing him come down pit road and giving up the lead and going back to the back, where he just took so long and so much effort to get back through there. But now you got a lot of AWR drivers, under this league or under Highline in the mix. The 12 is still right there. The 58 super strong, as we are only going to have a handful of laps to go here from Daytona. Sam Taylor back out front. Well, the lights are on the pace cars still. Let's go ahead and let's grab a word with Pearson here again. Right in the mix of it all. He's in LSH. Got to remember that. Here, Pearson, it's Craig again up in the booth. Pretty racy 58 machine. Some blocks, some moves, some dramatics. You got some guys that are familiar behind you. Can you get this thing to victory lane?
I think I'm going to try it, but I don't got the right people behind me. I got this 88. I don't know how good he is. I wish Cato was behind me. I feel more confident. How do I look out there, Craig?
You're looking good, man. It was, I mean, there was so much action on that little run right there. That was a blast to watch. Looking like the high side's still the spot to go, but with the movement and guys fighting to get to the high side but diving low, I mean, that little stint, if that's what the finish of this race is going to be like, I think you're going to have a lot of fun behind the wheel coming down to it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a blast. I just see in my rear view, Cato's behind me. So
there you go. And then Hayes behind him and Wilson tucked up. So I don't know. Is that what you want to see now? Because now you got 3 teammates behind you. They might ditch you coming to the checker.
Oh, hell, we'll figure it out. But we'll try to put on. We'll try to make your job easy. Put on a show.
All right, sounds good. Good luck. I'm glad I'm not behind the wheel right now.
Hey, Craig, appreciate it, man.
Justin Pearson, he's got the guys behind him that he wants right now, but they're not official teammates. There's guys that he is very familiar running with, but gotta imagine if they're up behind this 58 machine, coming to the checker flag with an opportunity, they are absolutely going to take it, but they are going to have to, take it from Sam Taylor. Absolutely brilliant performance by him tonight. Put the car on the pole. Led the first 22 laps, I believe. Went to the back on some pit strategy. Got caught up in a couple wrecks while he was back there. Had to use that fast repair. Now in the closing laps has found himself back up front, leading more laps. Definitely going to be the lap leader of the event here. And just, I mean, a brilliant drive here, no matter how this plays out for Sam Taylor, as well as Tinder. Tinder, great job as well, up 13 spots. But now the pace car is back off. Only a handful of laps to go. Make it 6 for the Motd Series. Taylor with a good jump, but Cato just in behind Pearson. Can they get together before that high line gets formed? How much desperation are we going to get right now? Are we going to see more of the 3 wide action? Only time is going to tell. Pearson gets a good run on the bottom. Almost clear is clear now, but now the 88 to the back bumper of the 9 as they head down the back straightaway. But now the 6 closing up that bottom lane. They need to start pushing each other hard if they are going to have a chance at all. Looky there. The 12 is back in the equation. Down there, the 88 jumps to the bottom side of the racetrack, tries the side draft from the bottom. A good move there by him. He's going to get clear. He's going to try to slide up, but he's not quite has the momentum to make it. As a good move there by the 88 to get that side draft, force the 9 a little further away from him and try to pull it down. He just needed a tad bit more momentum. 5 laps to go. Taylor out front and the multi-time winner of the 12 lurking in the rear view mirror. Craig Martin right there in that 22 machine. Don't count out Sam Maxwell as well. And oh, looky there. Jason Branch, Christian Rhodes still right there. McKinney in the 03 right there as well. I think Pearson's going to need to get the infamous triple bump going down the back straightaway. I think Cato's going to have to lock in and really give a good shove to the 58. And I know you don't want to do it hard. You don't want to do it often, especially not through the corners. Branch to the high side, making it 3 wide here. But I think if you're going to get that bottom line forward, I think you're going to have to at least try something to get that lane moving. Cato falls off the back bumper of the 58. Sam Taylor continuing to lead. 4 laps to go for the Motd series from Daytona. Their opener in the truck series in the block 4. Back here with 3 wide once again. Rhodes to 20 on the outside. That high line was working earlier. They just need more guys to commit to it. Now they're going to get a little bit of that help from the 22 on the high side. He's going to make his move to the outside. Now the 12 and 9 see it. They move to the high side. The 51 moves to the bottom of the racetrack. So that is really going to open up our passing opportunities. If we get that 3 wide all around right there, guys are going to have to pick which lane they're going to have to defend. That's going to leave the bottom side of the track open. 3 laps to go right now. These boys putting on a show. The 58 has faltered back just a little bit. No fault of his own, just the way the racing is shaking out, being stuck on the bottom. Sam Taylor continuing to lead. The 12 in the rear view. The 22, 28, and 20 sparks off the right side of that machine. A big bold move there by the 58. He knows he's got to get up off that bottom if he wants to grab the win here tonight. He moves up to the middle lane. Oh, slight contact there. Everyone hangs on to it. Great driving. What a show right now. Still 3 wide. Sam Taylor continuing to lead. The 12 tucked up. But here comes Craig Martin and Jason Branch. They've used the high side of the racetrack to their advantage. And they're doing a great job making it work. They're going to have to make these guys. Oh, Joe Wells and company. And we got guys around. Oh, we got somebody absolutely flying through the air. Hayden is in it. The yellow flag hasn't been thrown. Now it is out. I was going to say that one needs a yellow flag. Good job, Lauren, up there. And race control. Somebody went for one hell of a spin right there. We got all these guys off track notifications, so we're going to go back. Oh, girl, see, this is the rust of your broadcaster right there. All this action, I got you on a small screen. We're not even going to go back and click any of those buttons anymore for the remainder of this. We are heading into overtime as well. The wreck is kind of already happening, so we're going to have to rewind a little bit, put us in the blimp cam so we can actually see what happens. It's just a 3 wide. Wells has moved up just a little bit, making a 38, kind of making a move up there as well, making contact with Evan Perry. Then Scott Wise is going to get it. Also awesome that a lot of these guys have the 5 on the roof of their trucks here this evening, showing support for AJ Condon. But then Dave Scott's going to get turned down. I believe that, yeah, that's going to be Wise, who gets airborne right here. Oh, man. Barrel roll. Some of these guys take some contact, but no one gets it worse than Scott Wise. Yeah, he was in the air so long, he almost cleared the Cup Series sign right there. And that, I believe, will be the end of the night for Wise with the contact he had earlier, unless he just gets lucky. And somehow the iRacing gods bless him with not much damage, but I do want to go back and take a look at that. We'll key up Scott Wise because he goes for one insane ride as they head to 2 laps to go in this one. Okay, so he's just really on the roof for a good majority of it, and then right here is where I feel like a lot of the damage to that 31 is going to be a C. Yeah, he gets it back on the wheels. The wheels are turning. Don't know how much horsepower is knocked out of it, but for that kind of ride, it looks like it might be skewed there for him. Yeah, I can't tell. Let's see if we can get in the cockpit of the 31 machine and see if his wheel is centered in this one. We're going to have to, let's put it any fast forward, see, get him back. Obviously, some of these guys have offsets that are a little different, but it looked like, yeah, he's turning it to the left, so the suspension definitely hurt on that 31 machine. It sounds like the RPMs are also hurt as well in that one. So back out front now, you have the front row, Sam Taylor, Dylan Picklesmeyer up there. Craig Martin, who got up there with Jason Branch by using that high side, as well as Al Lincoln's here. Victor Rivera continues to hang around the front as well. Got himself a good top 5 going at this moment. Wilson, what caution are we on right now? 11. Yep, spot on there, buddy. DJ Waddle going ahead and getting a lap back right here. So we're heading into overtime. A lot of these guys said, hey, I'm good on fuel. I'm good on fuel. Well, we'll see if they were being honest as this one plays out. Let's get another word with another driver here who's had a quiet night so far. Sam Maxwell, it's Craig up in the booth. How's it going, buddy?
So far, so good. I've had some rough, trouble getting to the front, but so far, so good.
Yeah, it's got yourself positioned in the top 10 right now. Heading into overtime, do you think everyone is as honest about their fuel as they have been leading on?
That's their problem, not mine. I have enough.
There you go for all the overtimes. Well, we saw the third line right there with a couple guys just pay off there. Is that something that you're keeping in the back of your mind here to make your way to the front?
I've already tried it a couple times. It's worked a few, and it's failed a couple, and we've gone backwards. So it's, it's tough to call what's going to happen.
Well, good luck. You've done a pretty good job staying relatively quiet. I know you kind of got up in that, obviously that big one. All but 2 guys got caught up in that. But good job keeping that car, for the most part, or truck, fairly clean tonight. We'll see if you can score that big win you've been looking for all season.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Well, we still have a chance. Let's bring in another Torque Wrench Motorsports guy. Let's bring in Mr. Jason Branch. Boy, you have kind of been through the ringer here this evening.
I'm exhausted.
Well, don't be too tired yet. You still got maybe 2 overtimes to do, or 1 more overtime to do. Wait, I saw you up there on the high lane. You worked with Martin and Lincoln's pretty good. It paid off for you guys there on that run. Do you think you have enough time? Is there enough willing people to maybe make that a race-winning move?
It depends on if Sam will come off the wall. That's the big issue. If I can get a gap, I will take the outside. I mean, what else could happen to me tonight? I've already fixed probably 8-9 minutes of damage. Still got a quick repair though, even though it's not going to matter.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's pretty good. Yeah, when you got in the back, boy, you were stuck back there. So make the most of it. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane at the end.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thanks, Rick.
Well, getting ready to go back. Sam Taylor continuing to just dominate this race. Almost, yeah, now has, well, with the overtimes, it'll be a little funky, but just about half the race led for the driver of the 9. The 12 out front, Ben Strong has 3 wins on the season so far. Sam Taylor also has a win right here at Daytona as well, but that 12 with the nose damage on that, we'll be curious to see. He's been tucked up behind the 9 for the most part, so it's been okay, but we'll see now that he's on the bottom if he gets stuck there, if that is just going to be kind of a parachute there for the driver of the 12. And is that something that the guys on the bottom lane are going to know and try to get out of the way? And maybe we will see that third lane going, but that 9 machine has been strong. He is looking in that mirror. We're getting ready to get back to it. We are in overtime. Our first one from Daytona. There's only 2, but we're back to green. 2 laps to go for the Motd series. Outside gets a good run right there. Dylan, maybe that nose damage, maybe just not the start that he's looking for. The 28 and 20 have worked. Oh, now Maxwell gets some contact, and we are going to go back to another overtime. Christian Rhodes is in it. The 33 is in it. No caution just yet. Maybe this is our second. This might be our second overtime, and I believe I did misspeak. I believe this is our second overtime, so we are not going to get the yellow flag right here. So this is it. Pearson trying to work that high side right now. A good majority of this field has wrecked out. Now Branch looks low. Oh, the 9 tries to throw a block. He's going to get turned as well as the 1. Pearson's going to be in it right now. Lincoln's out now, going to take the white flag. Oh, no, that was the white flag. Our telemetry was off, so I believe Lincoln's is going to get the win. Our telemetry seemed to be off up there. Not sure why. That is why we were all messed up. The 28 goes to make the move. The 9 tries to throw a block. They make some contact, and it's still a photo finish right there. The 20 scores himself a big win, if I am not mistaken. SDK is having a meltdown out here, but this very well may be the finish right here. The checker flag is in the flagman's hand, so yeah, that is it. Al Likens grabs the win here tonight with some chaos with Taylor. Right here, the contact with Branch might be a little bit of netcode, but you had to throw the block if you're Taylor. Taylor goes around, and right here, the 28 is ahead, but the momentum of the 20 right here is going to clear and take the checker flag here this evening. So the 20 burning it down on the front straightaway. Al grabs himself a huge win here this evening. Boy, a lot to unpack in this one. But let's drag in tonight's big winner. Al, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, how pumped were you? Did you expect coming out of turn 4, third, a little bit of a gap, those guys making contact and open up the lane for you?
Did not. I was committed to my teammate Sam, but man, they started wrecking. I didn't. I was like, oh, let me survive it. Then came through to the checker.
A huge win. We saw you up there working with Sam and Craig Martin up there in that third lane. That really paid off for you there at the end. Do you think that is what ultimately got you the track position to grab this big win tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Once I got back in traffic, I had no other choice but jump in the top lane and just pray that we got to the front. It just worked out.
Oh, man. Boy, did it. Congratulations on the win, man. It's watching you burn it down on the front straightaway. Congrats. Go enjoy that win with your teammates.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Wow. What a finish. I apologize. SDK just had our telemetry all off there. We were on the white flag. And SDK was still saying 2 to go up there. So I apologize for that. Again, shaking off the rust. It has been about a month. The holidays, the chaos, kids, and everything else that life has thrown at us right there. But Al grabs the big win. Branch is going to come home second. So let's get a look at those final results. So you see it there. By 2/100ths of a second, Sam Taylor grabs third. Victor Rivera, big top 5 for him in that 51 machine. Justin Lee Pearson in his first race grabs a top 5. Tinder. Craig Martin, a good top 10. Evan Perry battles all the way back for a top 10. Melnick and Dylan falls to 10th there with all the chaos. Shifty has a good race as well. 11th. Wells, Cato, Halen, Thurlow, Wilson, Scott, Wetzel round out your top 18 as we continue through the field here. We'll go through Lunsford, Waddle, Hayes, Wise, Pennington, Rhodes, McKinney, Segredo, Maxwell, Jerry, Fassett, and then bringing up the tail end, Eddie Rowdy, AJ Condon, Jeff there in, I'm not even going to butcher his name, Tommy, you can make fun of me later, Kaiser, Lay, Anderson, Ward, Jacobs, Drift, finishing P37. That is going to have big implications on the points here moving into next week for sure. So let's see if we can get a word with Jason Branch. Let's bring him in. P2 finish here tonight. Jason, is that the way you saw the end going?
No, I mean, I dropped below Sam, and he cut my nose, and Al got around me at the end. I mean, it is what it is. I'll take a second place after my night any day. But
yeah.
I really think I had the momentum to get around him on the bottom, coming to the line, if he wouldn't have cut across my nose.
Yeah, that was, I mean, you got to admire the desperation. I mean, it led over half the race. You know, he's got to throw some kind of block. I think it's just a little bit of net code as well. I think his left rear kind of goes through your right front there a little bit. We're getting a look at it now. I mean, no, just, just try to be aggressive, pin you down. But, after the race you've had, congratulations on the P2.
Yeah, like I said, I will take the P2 after as much work as my pit crew had to do today.
They earn their paychecks.
Hats off to them. Oh, yeah, they're getting some beer from me tonight. So.
Well, congrats, buddy.
Thanks.
Well, we got to see if he's here. He's got to be disappointed. I think he is already stage exit left. Frustration for sure. Oh, nope, he is still here. So let's get a word with tonight's P3 finisher. I know it's not the result you wanted. Give us your thoughts there coming down to the checker flag.
I guess in the words of Marshawn Lynch, I'm just here so I don't get fined because I got some choice words I want to say.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You dominated this one. I believe over half the race led. Still P3. I know it's not what you want when you're only a couple of 100 yards from the checker flag. But I guess it could have been worse considering the chaos that you endured kind of over this one.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could have been worse. But after that mid-race interview, I told you I was going back to the front. And
you did.
I definitely did that. Led the last few laps, and hell, I had it clean and clear come to the flag and just trying to get to the flag, and shit happened.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go after that one in the beef chat. Anybody you want to give a shout out to here before we let you go?
The whole broadcast team, everybody that puts us on, Scott and Lauren, all them. I mean, it's fun to do. This is fun. All my teammates, we worked well together all night. We had it pretty secure for us for all of us getting the top 10 there. And I thought I had to win, and I blinked, and I didn't.
Well, still a great run for you. Going to be a big night in the points as well with Drift 37 laps down. So if there's a silver lining, you could be very much in the contention for the points lead at the end of this one.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I think after the pole, most laps led, winning stage 1, top 5 finish, I think, in stage 2, and then top 3 finish. I should definitely be leading the block, and I think that's how I started out the block in either block 2 or 3. I can't remember, but hopefully I can finish the block out this time and bring a championship to Slightly Dangerous.
Well, congrats, and we'll be tuning in to see what we got in the points for next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, before we go ahead and wrap up for this evening, we need to go back and break this one down. Roads here on the inside of Maxwell. Same thing, just kind of going through that right front a little bit. Definitely we're going to make contact either way. The 72 just trying to get some room. Melnick just doesn't see. They do a pretty good job. Melnick gets some of the wall. And then Hayes, just the unfortunate bystander in this. And then several guys are going to get collected up in this one, just trying to miss it. Hayden gets by. That's where he ends up getting his good finish of the night there. So But it all came down to this finish right here between Branch, Lincolns, and Taylor. Rivera right there. Contact between your top two allows the 20 to sneak on by and take the checker flag here this evening. You see the contact there, and you'll see the finish as well. Right here, the 20 just gets by his teammate and brings home a win. Well, that will just about wrap it up for us here this evening. Just once again, want to give a shout out to the Condon family. You guys have definitely been in our thoughts this entire time we've kind of stepped away here for the holidays. We'll continue to check in with you as the season progresses and all of that. So don't want to talk about that too long. So, but if you guys enjoyed the broadcast, appreciate if you could hit that like button. The subscribe button helps grow the channel, helps more people find things just like this. For everyone here at CSR, which tonight is myself, but big shout out to Blind Squirrel Media and Highline Racing Network, Pedalese Garage, everything that those guys are doing behind the scenes for us, as well as make sure you check out Tommy Rogers' Highline Racing Network League. Always broadcasted Sunday nights. Make sure you give him a lot of love. His channel is absolutely exploding right now. Lots of good content over there at Highline Racing Network. So check that out. That is the finish for this evening. We will catch up with you guys.